Right, thanks, CR. Now, there are many Western New Yorkers getting ready to have company over for Thanksgiving this week, but what if you had a huge, ugly hole right in the ceiling of your living room? Take a look. This is the nightmare that Gerry Ziolkowski, a Vietnam veteran, is living with right now in Cattaraugus County. He says he paid a contractor to work on his roof 2 years ago, and now it's literally falling apart. So he's turning to 7 Eyewitness News for some help, and he tells our reporter Josh Bazan that he's worried about what could come next, with winter now knocking at the door.
I got sick. I got sick to my stomach about it, you know. I just didn't expect that.
U.S. Marine Gerry Ziolkowski is talking about this, the gaping hole in the ceiling of his home in Freedom, where he and his wife Kathy have lived for 18 years.
When we came home, it was just partly hanging a little bit, and at the end it was bulging. The next day, I think, is when it collapsed. It just completely came down.
Gerry and Kathy live on a fixed income, and after spending thousands on roof repairs just 2 years ago, they have no idea how they'll be able to pay for this. They expected the roof to last 2 decades, not 2 years. They say the contractor they hired for the job wasn't being honest.
Yeah, he said he did do roads.
A claim their contractor, Phil Mason, denies. The Ziolkowskis hired him to fix their roof and build a wheelchair ramp for Gerry, who was left permanently disabled after he was hit by shrapnel in a landmine explosion. They say they paid him $5,000 to fix their roof and $3,000 to build the ramp. Mason would not speak to 7 Eyewitness News on camera, but told us he doesn't work on roofs, so he brought in another man to complete that part of the job.
We thought they knew what they were doing. If he didn't do roofs, he shouldn't have taken the job.
Everything was fine until recently. First, traces of water damage. Then, this fall, the ceiling caved in. An invoice from Hebdon Construction, a company the Ziolkowskis hired to fix the caved-in ceiling, says the shingles were attached improperly and seam on seam, rather than overlapping. It also says the entire roof needs to be removed and replaced, something that could cost $10,000.
We just can't think of anything we could do on our own to do this. Yeah, our monthly payments are to the max, really.
Mason says the roofing was done properly the first time, and the water damage is not from improper installation, but actually is from a ridge cap that blew off in the wind. He blames the homeowners and isn't taking any responsibility for the water damage.
I need it to be fixed a great deal, a lot. Kind of means everything. We're going to have to, I don't know what we'll lose if we don't. We'll lose the house, probably.
The contractor, Phil Mason, is not accredited by the BBB, and the agency doesn't have any rating for his services. They always recommend any homeowner looking to have work of this size done should check with the BBB first. Now, Gerry and Kathy have filed an insurance claim but haven't heard back. Now they're asking for the community's help. We've posted a link to their GoFundMe page on WKBW.com. Josh Bazan, 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Josh.